Hey guys, what's up? Tags here. We're back with more Motorsport Manager today. Or next up, we've got the Cape Town race, which is pretty interesting stuff here. Look at the worst headquarters on the grid. Well, I did not see that before. When that is pretty bad. 8th best car on the grid, not great. A bit better than last year. We're 9th, so we're slightly improving. Not too great, but yeah, webcam's back, by the way, guys. I guess you can probably notice it, but better lighting. Actually, not too bad lighting whatsoever when I was just testing it out. So, yeah, that's not too bad at all, lads. But we're going to be getting into the first race of the season. What am I talking about? First race of the season? 7th race of the season in a little bit here, guys, in Cape Town. So, hopefully chocolate fudge milk is going to be the way to go. Hopefully that's going to push us forward. I mean, we've had water and Diet Coke in the past. Not been working out so far this season and the season before. So, anyway. I'll take the blame for that, just because I don't want the other people to get really angry. I'm sure Enrico will bounce back soon. Whatever. Not that I believe it, but anyway, Nubia wins the last race. Sorry, Nubia won the last race. Oh, we've got some sponsors available in a second here, lads. Well, that's a 5-star sponsor. £3 million up front. That is quite mental, actually. That is quite mental. Even though I'll probably never use that sponsor in terms of what it's actually promoting, that's pretty good for us here. What was that? Just saw something through the mail. We're an touring car champion. I think that's a permanent stat. +2 overtaking and +5 markability. That's pretty good. And in Lara, and Lara's the champion in that as well. So that pushes both of their stats up, which is good to see. Now, sponsors, this is big here, lads. Right, so we're not going to probably be using any of these. 5 races, 1 mil up front. Yeah, I'll take that. Stonewell Bank. So yeah, mate, we'll do that. In terms of the other one, it was 3 mil up front we saw. I mean, we're not going to be really be using any of these. I mean, we're not good enough to be saying 3rd or above. So we'll take the big up front, please. That takes us over 5 million, which is pretty good stuff. Right. Cape Town's about 2 weeks away. We've got another scouting here. Okay, nothing particularly great. I mean, we can't really have anyone worse than 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars, 4.5 stars. You know, if I'm looking to sign someone new, that's what. Well, sorry, what I'm saying is, yeah, we're probably not looking to get anyone worse than 4.5 stars to replace our current drivers. Maybe a mega pay driver 5 stars. Who knows? Politics vote coming up. Interesting. Start develop a new car as well. Part of a new car, I think. What do we say? Do we feel that we've done good enough? I know it's quite early to, but you kind of feel that. Actually, I've heard that if you just keep developing up one part, that's really good. So I'm just going to keep developing up the engine. I'm going to keep developing up the engine, and then that can be hopefully what's good for next season. That can be like, I just saw it on Reddit, so fingers crossed people on Reddit know what they're talking about. That if you keep improving one certain part next season, that'll be quite good, and that'll give that one a bit of a boost. So we've got this gearbox here to fit, lads. That's where do we go with it? It's not great. Reliability's pretty poor. If anything, would rather just let that gearbox be fully reliable before we give it a full run out. But I think it's time to give some other parts some reliability boost. So 74%, that's pretty bad. What about things up here? 56%. That definitely needs to be upgraded. That's the one to go with. Good stuff. Right, so guys, I'm going to get... Actually, no, we'll just do the politics vote here, then just the Cape Town race straight afterwards. So, what are the other races... not races. What are the other things that are going to be voted on? So, we've done the removal of that. Virtual and real. High merit payments. We want to make sure that high merit payments doesn't go through. So, I'm just going to vote with 1 here. And I'm going to vote for virtual and real safety cars. Benefit the progressive teams. So, we'll go with it. I think this is going to be a tight vote, but I think it probably won't go through. Let's have a quick look. Oh, it's approved by 1 vote. Good stuff. And somebody in the middle there putting their +1 on abstaining, which is kind of strange. But anyway, guys, I'll just show you these drivers, actually. Any gems? 33. Nah, not particularly. Quite good, but never going to reach that potential now. Nope. And what about you? Quite good. Motorbike champs. That will help him a little bit. Anyway, guys, I'll get back to you guys after practice once we've figured out the setup. Right, so then, guys, pretty good session there. I don't know whether that's completely covering my face, but anyway, 10th and 14th. I mean, Buccleu's starting to do good, but I don't really want to drop De Graaf at this rate. I mean, he's definitely been a better driver for me this season, and he's pretty much maxed out at 5 stars. So let's just put those traits on. I mean, let's have a look at my setups. Pretty good, pretty good. 4 perfect, and well, let's hope that they can take those over to qualifying. It'll be good. So sim this qualifying session. Fingers crossed that it's good. Hopefully one of them at least will be in the top 10. We'll see. Fingers crossed. The graph starts 10th. Okay. 4 attempts off of getting into our sponsor objective. But no, it's starting in intermediate conditions. Pretty peak times. Pretty peak times. So, put those on. The mechanics things needs to be better in my opinion. They just aren't good enough. Right, so we know in these sort of conditions, don't push the tyres too much because it's not fully wet yet. So by pushing the tyres, you feel like they'd be pretty rubbish by the times that you actually use them in the intermediate conditions. Like if you push them too much at the start, whilst it's basically still dry, you'll end up on pretty worn down tyres. So look to the lights. It's a short lap here, lads, so we'll hope to have a good start, and then the graph can hopefully just hold position. But no, oh, so he got it. He's got it into 9th place. That's a good start, but he's lost a few more positions. Oh my goodness, has he kept the inside line? No. 9th place, 8th place. He's side by side with someone. That's just not going to be helping him out at all. Someone's just throwing up the inside. Skovdal, go on, De Graaf, mate. Is it raining a bit more yet? Yes, it is. So it's worth attacking. Oh, De Graaf start to lose loads of positions. What's happened? It's a tough track to perfect. And we've lost a load of positions there. Both drivers, 14th and 19th. What are you guys doing? That's it. Very bad first couple of laps there. De Graaf fending off Canzillo there in one of the Red Bull cars. So I should just say Panther, shouldn't I? I should just say Panther. I mean, that's what we've got. We haven't got the mod on or anything. So if we use the mod, I guess it would make sense. But it's sort of like you know a lot of the names and who they are, but we're getting to that stage in my career mode now where we're not getting so many of the actual drivers, are we? I mean, there's quite a few in this list on the left-hand side where you don't recognise the names. You don't know who they've translated as in-game. Mikhailovic, not too sure. Valdez, not too sure. I mean, Kvyat, Verline. What's his name? It's that British guy. How has he stayed at their team? I don't know. Will Stevens, and Roberto Melli, Sainz, Verstappen, Bottas. I think that's NASA. So yeah, you can still see there's a bit of an influence of those cars, but not as much. Anyway, probably should concentrate more on what the track's doing. Done a good job at saving our tyres, and possibly we could do quite good here if other people have to pit for more intermediate tyres. I mean, we're going to lap like 8 here, probably on these tyres, so we've done a good job at conserving them, but then other people are probably, I don't know, people are going to pit again, I feel. People are going to probably pit for more intermediates, because it could even go to lap 10, like inters would work, so this is a tough one, lads. It's a tough one to call. Are we going to make these work, or are we not? 5 more laps, so you could say that these tyres would work, and lots of people are below 50%, and obviously they go start doing terrible at like 25%. So let's see how this all plays out, lads. But we could be in a good position here if people start pitting again for more sets of inters. You know, people could be under pressure and start locking up those tyres. I mean, you can see De Graaf starting to close down here. I'm not even pushing him here particularly, and he's done really good with his tyres. Lara might have even done. Lara's actually done quite badly. 42%, and we haven't really been pushing her so much, so not too good. But people around us, there you go, De Graaf's made a position up there, 12th position, good stuff. And this middle part of the track, it's hard to overtake, so that's good to see. And we're sort of 7th place and above are just way out front, so we'll need a mechanical failure on one of those guys to get our sponsor objective. But I think we can legit get up to 8th. It's not that far ahead of us. The track is definitely starting to dry though. What tyres do we go to once we decide to pit? Do we go onto dries, or is it going to get wetter again? It looks like it's going to go fully dry. It's a tough one. I mean, yeah, I think we're going to go with some ultra softs here, and we'll probably do we'll just probably do 2 stops to the end, like this stop and another stop to the end, possibly. Lara's gone for an overtake to Graf. I don't want to pit them both on the same lap, so I'm going to take De Graaf round for another lap. That's what some people are doing. You know, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I think our inters are. It's definitely the crossover point. So we'll go and put some intermediate. Sorry, we'll put some ultra softs on. Go flat out on this lap, and hopefully we'll be somewhat quick. But who knows? De Graaf's right up behind Kanjiro here, who has got back past us, I think, possibly. I'm not too sure. That's quite strange. How's the engine and everything looking? Not too shabby, not too shabby. So we can probably push them for a little bit. I mean, I hope that they can last a decent amount. People coming in, so we're going to be outside the points. Mistake was on the tyres is... Oh, Lara's come out ahead. Oh, that's interesting. So we've actually lost some time with De Graaf here, and slightly messing up his strategy, actually, to be fair. So we've got a hope now both of them can go on a bit of a rampage. I mean, there's still a little bit of dampness out on track, but overall, it's definitely dry conditions. Becker has only just pitted for dry tyres. He's coming out 8th position. He's come out in our battle. So Pascal Valin leading the championship is out in 8th place. That is quite dodgy there, lads. I don't know what he's done there with his strategy. That's a strange old strategy, in my opinion. Anyway, I don't know what to do, to be perfectly honest. Do we just get Lara out of the way? It's a tricky old track to let your teammate through. You feel like that they would lose a lot of time here. Come on. Down this back straight. Let him through. Go on, Lara. Back it off, mate. Now we get to the twisty part of the track where it's impossible to overtake. But there we go. Around the outside. De Graaf has done it. I want De Graaf in front because he's got better tyres. So I kind of want him to be in front here because he can sort of go for it a bit more. Look at that. Pascal Becker, mate, is on an absolute charge. So I get the feeling some of the AI aren't going to pit again. Kind of get that feeling now. So I don't know, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to pit Lara actually and just bring her out in some clean air. That's probably a good idea. Clean air, he says. Probably not going to be anywhere near, but might as well pit her in because she's only at 45% tyres. Might as well split the strat and see what we can do. And sort of just go full on rampage with her tyres. Oh, I think she's come out in blue flag, so she's going to be losing lots of time, unfortunately. She's still coming out in 16th, which isn't too bad. I mean, she can follow the leader. That might be alright. That'd be fair play. Fair play, you can keep up with the leader. Probably only be for a little bit, but still decent. Anyway, so looking over at De Graaf here, he's less than a second behind Kanjiro once again, or it's just about a second. It's just frustrating, isn't it? But we can see points. Points is only just up here, lads, in this little battle up here. So, not too sure if people are going to pit again. Someone like Woodford, Larson, Scoffdale look like they all might want to pit again. So, I've sort of backed off a little bit here with De Graaf at the moment. And, well, Tyler's quite fast behind, but looks like probably not going to be worrying us here. So we've got 4 laps to go. We're going to be really eeky out these tyres here. Can we do it? See, Lara's just set the fastest lap of the race there. We've got brakes. Oh. Do we do this, lads? Can we do this? That's the thing. This is a big thing here, lads. Lara is absolutely flying. Absolutely flying. In this part, these brakes, I hope that we can get to the end here with De Graaf. It's going to be a close one, especially with the tyres as well. I sort of fitted ultra softs expecting to pit like loads of times here, but we've got 2.5 laps, 37%. It's going to be close whether we can get to the end. And it started raining. It has started raining on the penultimate lap of the race. This is really throwing up loads of possible options here. Wow. Okay. Oh wait, does this mean Lara's going to get some points for fastest lap? I didn't think that. That's quite mental if she does. Pretty awesome though. I can't remember if points you get. I think you do get points for fastest lap, don't you? Or is it just points for pole position? I really can't remember now. Come on, 10%. This is a risky one, lads. I don't know whether we're going to do it. They're on the last lap of the race now, so we've got 10%, 1 lap. It's going to be very close. Basically, next one, isn't it? It could go to like 2 or 3%. Alright, I'm just not even going to look at it. Okay, she's run out of fuel, whatever. Whatevs. I mean, she's going to be crawling around, though. Oh, anyway, De Graaf's looking for an overtake. This is for 11th. This is big. That's 11th. What about 10th? No. What's happened? No. Blue flag. Come on. Oh, she's not going to quite do it. Oh, that's a bit gutting, lads. 12th. Could be something with penalties. Who knows? But that's a little bit gutting. That is really gutting. Oh, this is just banter, isn't it? Laura's just going like 2 miles an hour. Don't even want to look at her, to be honest. She might get fastest lap points, though. That'd be mega. Can we look? She'd legit get to 2 points. Wow, okay. She's just crawling round here, lads. There she is. But she's going to get us fastest lap. Awesome stuff. Did not expect. Look at her crawling along the pit straight. Anyway, we managed to finish with 10%, which is mega. That is lucky. It's lucky, but obviously we're not in the points just yet. I'm not sure whether we should sort of start conserving for next year now. I'm not too sure. So no big penalties to talk about. Becca only finished 6th. So what's that going to do for the championship? It closes us down. Mikhailovic is coming, lads. He's only like 3.5 stars, but Mikhailovic is coming. And Enrique Lara does get us 2 points, which is quite big for the championship. But we are now behind Rosetta Corsa, definitely on points. Wins are quite far behind, but that could definitely change around quite quickly. They've got some very good drivers in Flores and in Lipponen. So there's definitely a high possibility Williams could turn up for just a couple of races and would be back in a pretty bad position. So not great once again, but you kind of get that feeling that the race could, the season sort of, it's maybe asking a bit too much to get much more than where we're at right now. I don't know, I definitely think 6th is on the cards, but it's like, how are we going to get that, like, legit? I can't really see us getting it, but anyway, the engine is coming up in a second, lads. It's going to be repaired. The engine's not going to be repaired. Pardon me. The engine's going to be finished designing here. What we're talking about. Oh, and the handling and development is also going to be finished soon. My vote is for not for sale, especially on this one. This is a massive one, lads. It's going to be worth way more than 250k over time. So that's a good part. Start improving it. Wow, it's a 20% reliability. Right, let's get on that ASAP. Actually, and that's design another new engine. So we want this engine to be decent by the end of the season. So we have to choose these. So plus 40 and plus 25 to the max. That's a pretty decent engine there, lads. It also is running us quite dry on money, nearly down to 1 million. So we're travelling to Guildford. There's no vote in this episode, lads, which is important. Anyway, HQ's finished though. What is that? Performance. Oh, is this just what the car is, I guess? Pretty bad in a lot of areas there, lads. But we got a new handling and development centre. Pretty good stuff. 10k per race. So pretty happy with that. We're just oh, it's a home race, isn't it? If we get this, guys, this would be mega. 1.2 million bonus. That's honestly quite mental. And I guess Stonewall Bank also have a bonus as well. 7.2 million. Oh my goodness. Wow. So triple bonus. This could be big if we perform here today, lads. This is going to be massive. So what reliability? What did we develop recently that we didn't put on? Oh, it's this part, isn't it? Here. It's a bit of a better engine. Gearbox and Lara can have that. Slightly worse reliability. Actually, no, slightly better reliability as well. So that's pretty peak. So, anyway, guys, I'll get back to you at the end of practice and hopefully would have had a good setup time. So, not very good at all. Not very good at all. Obviously partly the result, but actually just the setup was terrible. I mean, not good at all. I'm actually quite worried about this, lads. It looks like it's going to be a... Oh, look, Super Overtake's back. Yay. Anyway, look. Bad. Where do we go from here? So, good downforce was up there. So do we just take off all of the downforce and hope that's okay? possibly. What about top speed? So less top speed. I mean, we're guesstimating here, lads, and I really hope that this one works. We might be able to go on track with super softs. We'll see. Possibly could get a lap in. So maybe we'll go the opposite way here and just really gonna have to guess a lot here and hope that this setup's good. Right, let's just go with that then. Super softs. Hopefully they can get one lap in. Instant results out, please. And yeah, let's just keep our fingers crossed here. It's a mega bonus if we do get into the top 7, but I'm not expecting it. And we're nowhere near. And De Graaf has been out-qualified by Lara for, I think, the first time. Positive for only half a second off where we would need to be to get our extra thing, but yeah, just not very good, not very good. So let's go with that, and we'll... Actually, no, we're going to do soft... I think it's soft tyres with you, and then mediums with you, I think. Oh, okay, we've got 2 perfects in there. That was not expected. So Lara was mediums. But what am I doing wrong with this then? Sort of in the middle a bit more, I guess. Something like that. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And then this one just not good. Take that down. Not good, not good. It's not the sort of thing that I want to do really. So let's just write this down. I mean, it's obviously not exactly the greatest setup in the world. So Drake Britain. So we'll say about 50%, about 30%, and about 60%. Not great, lads. Let's just go and compare the other setup actually quickly before we go. So at least Lara's setup was somewhat decent, but yeah, so 50, 35, okay, so a bit more understeer possibly. Yeah, I mean, I can't see this race going particularly well, lads, but keep our fingers crossed, and we'll see. Who knows, intermediate conditions, something like that could throw it up, so we'll see how that goes. So this is going to be a tough race, I just know it, Come on, chocolate milkshake. Need to bring the good results. So starting off dry, so we'll just go flat out for the first couple of laps, and fingers crossed get ourselves a little bit more into a reasonable position. There's the 2 Rosetto Corsa cars, I can see battling it out. They haven't changed their livery match over the years, obviously it's quite hard to. We're quite a radically different livery colour for this year, and it's not particularly impressed me, let's just say that. It's a cool livery, but the results have not impressed me, and I know that the livery colour and the results are directly linked, so obviously being sarcastic, but yeah, it's not exactly been quite the season I expected. I mean, it started off very well, but that last episode wasn't very good in terms of results, so yeah, I was definitely gutted with that, and definitely hoped for a bit more, but it's a results business, lads, and we need to start picking them up. We need to start picking it up. Anyway, Lara's doing a good job here in 12th, 13th, 12th, 13th, doing a good job, but unfortunately we just can't really capitalise on it right now. So it's only a 13 lap race, like legit probably could go the whole race on some mediums, but not going to. We're going to push them, and maybe we'll switch over to some super softs with Lara later on in this race. To be fair, she's actually wearing them down quite quickly as well, so maybe she'll take a bit of, yeah, maybe we won't push them so much so that she can actually get some super softs at the end and they'll actually last. Yellow flag. Oh, it's because the person in last place has crashed. So all of the orange teams are rubbish, basically. I don't know who they are. I know one. Oh, Bauer Baraka, that's who it is. It's Bauer Baraka and Van Dort, which are Force India, which I find quite funny. Why Force India is so bad, I don't know. And it's also a very Dutch name, isn't it? It's not really India related at all. Oh, come on, De Graaf. How are you battling with these noobs? I'm just maybe even conserve him for a little bit, and then he can go for it a bit when some people pit. We're sort of in a bit of a conundrum, aren't we, with the results? And it's obviously a lot of people. Well, I'm sure a lot of you guys expecting better results than this season, but there's such a big step between the better cars in this tier than the worst cars. It's such a different tier to the rest of them. The gaps between first and second are massive. The gaps between third and fifth in the championship are massive. Whereas in like GP2, tier 2, they're not that big. They're not that big, the gaps between those tiers. So that's why we will be able to, with a very good drivers, manage to sort of leapfrog a lot of positions quite artificially. So let's go for it on this lap, Mr. De Gleff, and hopefully get some positions and pit for another set of softs, mate. Fast pit stop? Yeah, might as well. At this rate, what could go wrong? Yes, famous Top Gear quote. Anyway, Lara's in 12th, pretty good. 2 people behind have pitted though. Nubia, who we're side by side with, and Lipponen, who we're probably battling with at the end of this race. Okay, so Lara's doing a good job here. Can she go maybe an extra lap? And then that will put us in super soft territory. I mean, we probably could even go super softs now, but I want to be able to push them somewhat. So let's just go flat out for 1 lap here with Lara, and then we'll pit her in. I'm surprised that some people have still stayed out there on even worse tyres than mine. So, I mean, look, the leader, Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez is, oh god, sorry, 25% tyres. I keep forgetting that the mic's there. I can see it obviously in my peripheral vision, but smashed it. Not good. Hopefully that didn't hurt your ears too much. Anyway, behind Flores here, so this is actually quite important because Flores is in a battle with us here, so if we can maybe jump Flores in the pits. No pressure, lads. I've actually just overtaken her in the pit lane. Savage. Oh, mistake, one of the tyres. Are we ahead of Flores though? Well, De Graaf's out in a good position. De Graaf's out in 11th. How's that happened? Good stuff though. And where's... Oh, Lipponen and Flores both got ahead. So we just lost a lot of time actually. We lost quite a bit of time. Mr. De Graaf doing me a good job though. He's actually really jumped up the field here, and he's behind Woodford on some super soft, so that's a problem. It's like we're not going to be catching him. We're going to be hoping for some reliability issues, I think. 4 laps, 71%. It's questionable whether we can get to the end on those tyres. I mean, look at the leaders though. Look at the leaders though. It should be easy. I mean, and Mikhailovic is on like 50%. So is Nubia. So is Skovdal. Lipponen in 14th, also on some pretty rubbishy tyres. So we should be okay. I mean, we might even be able to push a little bit here, but it's like the AI are a little bit silly sometimes, so you don't know whether they're always making the right decision. Questionable choices is the way I would call it. And who's this? Flores has just driven straight past us. Oh my god, he's quick. Quick. So we're going to start pushing a bit more with Lara here. So we've got 2.5. Now we've got 2 laps to go here, so we can probably even push with them as well. De Graaf maybe can get back in that position, possibly from Flores. Be a close one. It will be pretty close. And Lara is starting to catch up as well now on the better tyres. It's going to be close. But I don't think it's going to be good enough for points here. But some people are going to be going around on very worn down tyres. But saying that, they're on the last lap of the race already. So this race comes about so quickly. It's not too bad really in terms of tyre wear. You can sort of do your own thing, and you'll be able to do you'll basically be able to finish quite well. Come on, De Graaf, this could be an important position. Someone's going very slowly in 9th. Oh, so we're into 11th. Come on, De Graaf, do it. Do him. Last couple of corners. There's another person slow. We're into the points. Yes, De Graaf's got them as well. Oh, come on, to the finish line. Oh, why did you get stuck behind? Oh, De Graaf into the points. Lara finished 11th, but... Oh, De Graaf just stuck it up behind Vidal. Why did he not overtake him? Oh my god! So frustrating there. Why did the Graf just sort of pull in behind Vidal? That's massive. It's 2 points once again, which is good. We get 2 points last time out because of the fastest lap, but yeah, we should have got more. We should have got another 2 points there, lads. Unless somebody gets some scrutineering, who knows, but I think we should have easily got 2 more points there, because what was he doing? Why couldn't he just overtake him? Yes, both points though, lads. We went from 2 to 5 because Becker got a penalty. Oh, Becker's been out 10 places. 6 places for Mikhailovic. So Gonzalez for McLaren / Catano. Woodford's on the podium again. Wow, so a big race for Catano. And we're now ahead of Rosetto Corsa in the championship. That's big again as well, guys. Catano really put themselves back into the hunt here, guys. They're 3rd place in the championship. And they've sort of cemented that. So, that's quite big in the championship there, lads. 5 point, man. Better episodes. And, oh, we missed out on our big paycheck by 1 place. I just realised there. 7th place would have been absolutely mental. We'd have got so much money, but now we're running dry. 400k. So we need a new sponsor. ASAP. So that is pretty much it for this episode, guys. I mean, better. It's better. It got a bit better there. And we're a little bit lucky, but we managed to get a few extra points. So that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this sort of setup looks alright. I don't know whether this was any good, this webcam. It's just the same webcam as before. A lot of people are asking me to use my good camera for this, but it didn't really work. So I'm not going to try it. But the webcam possibly could work. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have an epic day. It's been Alex. I'm out here. Goodbye.